We're live.
All right. All right, guys. Everything is working now. I don't know what the hell was going
glitch.
on with StreamYard or Facebook. I don't know what was going on, but we had to restart everything. Everything's working. Shane, we can still hear you, right?
We can. I can hear you. You can hear me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wi-Fi
Absolutely.
bill has been paid. We're good.
Oh,
right.
man.
So we're gonna be kind of pressed on time, but we definitely want to get this interview rocking and roll, my man. How's your week been, brother? You been doing all right?
Oh, dude, been good. We've been slamming. Honestly, we're having record months up here. It's been good up in Indianapolis. So
That's what's up.
got new sales guy out in the field working, building fence for about a week and a half before he goes out, starts slinging fence for us. You know, obviously we got to train him up, stuff like that. But he's out there cutting his teeth. I got a couple more new hires in the field coming in. We got a lot going on.
That's what's up, man.
That's awesome.
What about y'all?
Man.
What's
Oh
going
man,
down
we're
here?
just dude.
We've been very busy. It's been good, man. My phone's been ringing. We got plenty on the books for the next several weeks. We got a new guy who just started. This last week was his first week with us, and Billy wants to keep him as a crew leader. But I'm like, dude, I want this guy for sales, man. He's very, very smart. He's got a good head on his shoulder. He's an older cat. His kids are grown, and he's been helping us build a fence the last week, man. Just kicking
He's
ass.
smart, but he wants to be out there building stuff. I can guarantee that.
Yeah.
I can guarantee that, man. I work with him day in and day out for almost 2 weeks now, and he's a builder. He likes to build stuff.
Yeah,
he likes
he's
to
good,
be
dude.
likes to be busy. But yeah, man, he's a great guy, man. Real great guy. But
Okay.
so anyways, since we have a brand new one, we're just gonna real quickly run through what we were trying to talk about earlier. Quickly, thank you, Mr. Fence Academy, for sponsoring tonight's crazy show. Since StreamYard decided to do whatever it wanted to do, I have no idea what happened. Thank you to Orlando Hinge Company for sending us this really cool looking hinge. You can go find this at orlandohingecompany.com. It's basically an uphill swinging hinge. And I know we got into it on the Whirlblurred episode, or the completely audio wrong episode.
Yeah.
But
we'll give it a
I
shout
just
next
wanted
week.
to just real quickly give them a shout because we promised them that we would. Can't wait to use it. And yeah, like you said, Corey, let's go ahead and jump into the interview. You can go ahead and grab the first one.
I'd love to. Mr. Shane, my friend.
What's up?
You are with the Midwest Fence Supply. Tell us that story, man. How have you? How has it started? How is it? How is Midwest Fence Supply? Midwest Fence Supply. Every company's got a story, man. What is yours?
Yeah. Did my video just go out?
No, you're a little glitchy, but there he is.
You're back.
Is it working now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
See you.
All right, perfect.
Guys, viewers, StreamYard's got a mind of its own. I promise you. Like tonight, I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna try to work through it and keep it a little bit short. But yeah, man. So what's the Good Shepherd, Shane Catton, Midwest Fence supply story?
Well, first thing first, is black on my end for my screen, so I don't know if people can see right now, but I'll still throw the story out there. Whatever. So honestly, Jacob and I jumped into the fence business back in 2019. And I mean, kind of fast forward like 6-8 months into that, we hit COVID, and we're like, what the heck? We can't get the supplies we need, the quality we need, and all that other stuff, right? And our background was supply chain logistics, manufacturing, warehousing, all that stuff, right? We're like, well, they can do it, we can do it. Like we've built the systems, we've ran the businesses, like we could do it here, right? So we jumped in and we started reaching out to suppliers. We started the LLC side of the things, and we started saying, hey, we just leveraged our relationships, and we were already pushing a ton of product, right? And we said, hey, if we can, leverage this to push even more product, right, at better prices, quicker, faster, better, quality and everything like that, we said, hey, let's do it, right? And so we, about 3-4 months into the Midwest Fence Supply, we really started picking up our relationships, picking up, a lot of the suppliers that we were already working with, right? And we said, hey, we could launch this at a larger scale. We could focus on drop ship. We could focus on customer pickups, deliveries, whatever that may be. And we also know our market. We know the industry, and we know who would use you and where to move the product to, right? And really, that was kind of it. So we just got tired of 26-week lead times, and we said, all right, well, if we can cut those lead times in a quarter, we're winning. So okay, now how do we keep focusing on that, right? Kind of fast forward to now, we got the full launch on the e-commerce site. Colin Shank, he used to work with Mr. Fence. Now he's with us. He's running the supply business with Kara Barnes as well. We're moving truckloads of product all day long, whether it's truckloads here to there. I mean, I'm shipping gates out to Pennsylvania, hardware out to California. We got truckloads of products that go and move all around Indiana and the Midwest. And we just keep adding products to the list, right? People talk, we listen. And a lot of the products that, we utilize as well. So, as far as all that goes, we've been doing it now. Let's see, 2020, we started it. So, kind of going on almost year 4, of it. We operate in actually our sister building next door to us and everything. And yeah, our big thing is we remove barriers for people, just like we do in the fence world when we install, remove barriers, or well, actually put them up sometimes, right? But for our customers, we find those solutions. And so that was the name of the game for us. And our thing is we got to get good product into good people's hands in a timely manner at a good price, right? So that's kind of the quick and dirty of it.
I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Same here, man. I love it.
That's kind of a similar boat of where I'm gonna pick your brain one of these days.
All right, so it says you're frozen, but yes, I'm gonna go ahead and real quick.
But we can still hear you. We can still hear him, right?
Yeah, we can still hear him.
All right, just let me. But yeah, definitely gonna pick your brain outside of this one of those days. That's kind of where we're at. Is that we have a small warehouse. We've got where we have the ability to move some stuff. We've got a couple of decent commercial accounts. And that's kind of where we're trying to get to is more of why I'd rather sell to everybody instead of just a few people, I'd rather be that, that market here where we could, kind of dominate a certain part of this fencing market that's still, I feel, is untapped for our area. So that's definitely something that we're trying to do as well.
Oh, heck yeah. That's the way to do it, guys. How long you guys been in business?
5 years.
Yeah,
5 years. Not 5 years together.
About 2 years together now.
2 years together, and then 3 years solo, me, and then 3 years for him. And we kind of joined up and had our own separate problems that kind of worked in each other's favors. I wasn't having problems where he was having problems, and vice versa. And everything worked out. And
rocking and rolling ever since.
Rocking and rolling ever since, man. And I love it. I love it. I don't ever want to work solo again. I'll tell you that much.
No.
I could only imagine running a fence company solo like that.
It was too much, man. It turned into a whole thing, and I got burnt out real fast. I mean, doing everything, answering the phones, writing quotes, doing paperwork, doing everything, getting all the materials, getting everything installed. It was
a lot. It was a lot.
It's a lot.
I remember hiring my first person. Now that's a different story. We're focusing on Mr. Shane.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Shane, tell us, man, what is kind of the bread and butter of a Good Shepherd fence? What's y'all's favorite? What's y'all's bread and butter, man?
Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm very blessed that our team and our crews, we can basically drop them out on just about anything, whether it's 2,500 foot of 15-foot netting to 14,000 foot down in Kentucky at a horse ranch. I mean, up to interior cages and stuff like that. We do about 50% residential, 50% commercial. So at any point in time, Our crews can be absolutely anywhere. Like today, I had 2 crews on a raceway motor track. I mean, we're doing like 2,000 feet of fence out there and a ton of gates.
Nice.
I had some crews out doing temp fence today. Had crews in some warehouses. Had crews in backyards. So every day is different at Good Shepherd. You never know what you could be doing. Just like today, we're doing work with a couple of the radio stations in town, and doing gates and operators and 50 bollards for all that stuff. So our goal is to train our guys up to where they could be a Swiss Army knife of fence, right? So they can go out there and they can really be a problem solver, right? Not a problem spotter. And so that's where we really pride ourselves on, and being able to drop a guy into a problem and they can find that solution, right? But like I said, we're probably 50-50. I would say some of our biggest things I'd say would be aluminum and chain link. We obviously all the neighborhoods that pop up and all that stuff. That's a big thing. And then on the commercial side, we do a ton of chain link, but we do a lot of wood fence as well. I mean, I deal straight from the lumber mill. I mean, we get cedar really cheap, and we get a lot of customers that choose to go custom fence sometimes or standard. So I mean, that would probably be a third play in there as well. But
absolutely,
bread and butter. I mean, we a lot of everything. A lot of everything.
I gotcha. How long have y'all been no dig, or have y'all been driving post? I mean,
let's see. We've been driving post. So actually, our first post driven job was back in 2019.
okay.
So I do a lot of work with sports teams and the Colts and Pacers and IndyCar and a lot of stuff like that. And
that's cool.
the Colts,
hell yeah.
Yeah. The Colts called me one day and they were like, "Hey, we got this project. It's like 6,000 foot of 8 foot. We need it tore out and replaced, right? As the old senior H posts and all that stuff, right?" And I was like, okay, cool. We can totally do this. Not a problem. Can't wait to knock it out. And they're like, one caveat: whatever you tear out, you install the same day.
Damn.
I'm like, what? Say that again, right? Because then, I mean, like 2019, like obviously you got all the other goats of fencing that have been driving posts up in Minnesota and all that stuff for forever, but until it hit like the Midwest and the South and Texas, like really wasn't a big thing. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, how do we do this? So I just start Googling stuff. I'm like, how do you what's the best way to do this and that? And then we ended up stumbled on the post driven method, because I was like, well, I'm not paying for security to sit out there and because they're like, if you leave sections open, security's got to be out there. And I'm like, well, I don't want to I don't want to pay for security. So I was just like, okay, well, let me think about this real quick. It took me like a couple days, and I'm like, okay, sweet. So if we get extended posts, I get a pneumatic Rhino driver, we'll pull the thing behind it. We'll just whatever we take out, we'll just put it in. We should be able to stretch the fabric on it. I reached out to some of my guys on the team, like, have you ever driven a post before? And they're like, yeah, we've done some. One guy's like, yeah, man, we did temp fence all the time driven. That's all we ever did. And I'm like, okay. So it works. And they're like, oh yeah, it's great. I'm like, all right, sweet, let's do it. So
dude, it totally
that's like the exact conversation that him and I had almost. And we were getting
it totally works, man. It blew my mind the first time I actually did it myself, and then I tried to pull it out. It totally works.
That's awesome. That's a cool no dig story, man. I like that a lot. A lot of ours was Billy telling me about it, and us we bought a Rhino and tried it.
We bought a Titan.
Titan. Thank you, Titan. We bought the Titan, and we tried it out a little bit. Then we ended up doing the no dig training with Mr. Sean and Mr. Fence. And now after that week, I was like, okay, now it's clicking. Now it's making sense. And we've been 100% no dig ever since last year, man. We absolutely love it. It's a great way to kind of differentiate yourself, especially in that residential market. And just like you said, it's a great way for speed on big commercial jobs. What were y'all averaging a day doing that after you got warmed up with it? What were y'all doing?
Well, I mean, averaging a day, I mean, I would say, on the residential side, it all depends on the product, right? Like,
Oh,
for
I meant on
example,
that big job, that you're for, like on that
on
one.
the big
How much are
job.
y'all
My
doing? Yeah.
apologies. On the big job, so we did, 6,000 divided by 7 days. So
Oh wow.
we
Okay.
got it done extremely fast, and like
Damn.
probably 50% less than what I had actually bid. And so then we're looking at it, we're like, holy cow, like that worked, like that's insane. Like that's badass. Like for example,
absolutely.
today my guys went out and like I said, jobs like, I don't know, 1,500 foot or something along the lines of 15 to 2,000 feet at the racetrack today. And they had drove every post, every gate post, and they'd already framed like 500 foot, and then they had fabric up on the other side. So I mean, like, once I get the gates built and the rest of post and fabric up, give us another 2 days, we'll be done.
Nice.
That's
so
fantastic.
like 3 days,
Nice.
3 days at 6 foot tall, 8 gauge with 10 gates, double drives and singles and stuff like that. I mean, 1,500
That's
foot,
nice.
3 days completely done.
That's
impressive, sir. Very
impressive, dude.
And the big thing is they just put like $2 million in the track and all the parking lots and blacktop and everything. And they're like, man, I don't want a bobcat and an auger and stuff. I'm like, never fear, no dig is here. And
right.
And they were like, wait, you can do what? And I'm like, stand back and watch,
Yes, sir.
It was the cleanest, cleanest it could be out there, and they're more than impressed and stuff. So I mean,
what driver are y'all using nowadays?
I was about to ask the same
question. What driver are y'all using nowadays? What y'all's go-to driver?
I am a U.S. Hammer guy. I'm a U.S. Hammer guy. So we're a dealer and distributor of U.S. Hammer, whether it's the gas powered or all the electric stuff, the battery powered he's got coming up. Which, by the way, the electric ones hit just as hard as the gas. A lot more flexible too. But we do that. I mean, some situations I'll whip out one of the big pneumatic, rhinos, pulling the thing behind it and stuff like that. I probably have 6 rhinos and like 7 hammers. So I have a combination between the two, all the hand gas driven and whatnot. But I mean, we just did commercial 8 foot at the police academy the other day. And I drove all that stuff 8 foot tall with the hammer,
That's wild. So we did a no dig vinyl fence last week, right? And 72, we finished it today because our hammer could not perform. With 72 panels no dig vinyl, I was like, hey, we can get this done in a day. One day we can knock this out. You do this, you do that, you do that. We work in unison, blah, 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 blah. And we get out there, man. We start going at it. And
that was some hard ass ground though.
In Florida, and it was the hardest ground that
the hardest ground I've ever had to dig in.
Yeah, it was
absolutely.
The driver couldn't do it. The hammer couldn't do it.
I think the Bobcat would have struggled to dig holes in that. I think we would have had to put concrete on the top of like the auger head.
Really?
I'm being dead serious. Like, dude, we went to go adjust the heights with the thumper and the block yesterday. The posts were bouncing.
Really?
And they were still 6-7 inches away from the donut. So our new guy, Destin, was like, well, I'm just going to go get my pressure washer and we'll bring it in the morning and I'll get a turbo nozzle. Bro, for the first line, we didn't even touch the thumper. He did that little magic trick and then post all sunk perfectly. And I was like, you're a fucking magician, sir. I was like, I didn't have to lift that 30-pound thing one time on this line. I watched it and I was like, dude, this is awesome. This is freaking awesome. But
pressure washer with a jet. That's cool.
Yeah, man. And then he figured out that it wouldn't take so long per post if we did use a thumper. So I ended up using the thumper for the for the other 2 lines, but it was only like 1 or 2 taps versus. Nice. Dude, I was standing up on there with a ladder getting full on railroad swings with that thumper, and it was bouncing.
Really?
Yeah, man, it was super hard ground. So the hammer, it was doing it, but it was so hot that like you could feel the heat in the throttles.
And then it started losing compression. And
You
then
could
just-
feel the heat in the throttle handles. And I was
Barkman?
like, huh?
The Barkman.
No, I did not come in today.
I see him right there. Anyway, we are really hard pressed on time, and we had a few more questions, but she honestly kind of already answered them for us, man. Do you have anything questions for us there, Mr. Shane? I'm sorry the episode kind of got cut short, bud.
We're just gonna have to have you on
I think my
as a
screen's
guest
still
more
blind
often.
for everybody.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to
man.
do like a part 2 when everything's up and
Yeah,
running.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
Something's going on, bro. I don't know what's going on, man, but we'll get it figured out. I'm gonna get it figured out later on and see what's going on with everything. But
Yeah, you say you guys are coming up to Indiana?
Yeah, we'll be there next week.
yeah, man,
Nice.
we'll be at Sean's training the 2nd and the 3rd. So we'll be there the 1st, probably real late at night. Because it's a 10-hour drive for us. And then yeah, man, I looked at flights and it was even at 30 days away, bro, it was unreasonable to fly. Even at saving 10 hours. I was like, for us to round trip, it'd have been $1,400. I was like, I think we can drive.
Was that per person?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, bro, that was per
That's
person.
$1,400 for the pair.
No, dude. I looked at every single cheap website I could find, and I was like, no, we're not spending almost $3,000 on plane tickets just to go there for a couple days. Yeah, man. So we'll be up there next week for 4 days total. We're leaving out Saturday morning. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to going through the trainer school and driving some posts and teaching people how to drive some fence.
Absolutely.
Build some quality fence without very little experience. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Is there a way can you come down,
Training
Shane?
are always fun, man. You said it might coming down?
Yeah, come on down, man. Be a good time. We'll get some dinner.
Oh shoot, yeah. Maybe we'll have to see.
How far away is that from you?
I think it's about 3 hours, 2.5 ish, something
Yeah,
like
man.
that.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, man, it's a stroke.
Yeah,
It's a haul. It's down.
It's a
there.
stroke.
That's
Especially
all.
as he's like tucked in the middle of E-town nowhere, so it's like you know. But no, I've sent my team down to them trainings a few times, and we actually host our own trainings up here in Indianapolis. I got like another 7 fence companies asking to jump on our job sites and whatnot. So I think we're going to be having one here in the next month.
There you go.
And whatnot. Yeah, we had 9 fence companies at the last one. It was pretty cool. Everybody just out there just enjoying themselves, asking questions, being fencers, being people, seeing how we do what we do, talking to the homeowners, talking to each other, meeting other fence companies that they've never met. I mean, I brought people in from all over the state, so it was pretty cool,
That's
so
awesome.
I'm excited for the next one. Got some guys coming from Kentucky, Evansville, Northern Indiana, Fort Wayne, all kinds of stuff. So I think we're going to take them out on some vinyl jobs, and I got also a commercial chain link job that everybody's wanting to see how we do what we do out there. So
that would be cool.
That'd be fun to check.
That would be cool. A like commercial training. But yeah, bro, I totally love the trainings.
Let me know when that one is.
I love all of the trainings, man. Those are fun events. But yes, when is that training? Because we might be able to pencil that in our schedule.
We haven't dialed in on a date. I'm waiting to just make sure everybody's schedules are going to align. But we're probably going to probably here in the next 30 to 60 days. I was talking to Clint Imes. He's going to bring the billet in again. I think he's taking that out to maybe River City Fence with Dan Wheeler and all them, and on his way through, he's going to bring that puppy in again. We'll pull that thing out and see what we can do. Last training we did an aluminum job, and it was a big backyard for residential. It was like 550 feet. It was pretty cool, and my guys did all the work. My guys did absolutely all the work. Everybody just stood back, watched, answered questions, looked at things, right? And I think we had that thing done, and by 2:30, something like that. So
Yeah.
I
was
love
not great.
aluminum. I love
Yeah.
aluminum. You're using the I-beams, right?
Yeah. We use the stiffeners, no doubt.
Absolutely, dude. Those things are golden, bro. I wouldn't want to like build aluminum without them anymore.
Oh, I may have sold an aluminum job with pedestal mounts today.
The side eye.
I didn't sure
Just get the 2.5-inch core drill bit, or the 2.5-inch
Not on
like SDS bit.
not on a dock.
What's your guys' breakdown on residential commercial?
Almost
90 10.
Nah, it's less than that, bro. It's like 95-5, bro. Like we do the Pride 1 properties, and that's about it. But our bread and butter is residential standard wood privacy fence. And I say standard, but I mean we use Postmasters.
Stockade.
Yeah.
I will say the vinyl is definitely picking up.
Vinyl is picking up hardcore, and I love it. I am all for it, man.
Who do you guys use for vinyl?
No dig.
No dig, and then we
MVP.
use.
No, I'm
MVP.
sorry. Manufacturer. You got to prefer.
Right now we're using the MVP right now.
Oh, okay. Nice.
We get it from our friends at Ocala Fence, and we get a pretty good price, pretty good turnaround.
Yeah, they help us out with a lot of custom stuff that we can't quite do. He works with us. They've been very fair. They've been very fair, especially after I broke my leg.
We got a nice custom gate out of them. Two nice custom gates this last week from them. They were nice, man. They look good.
Oh heck yeah, that's cool.
But
yeah, we got a couple different vinyl suppliers we use. Homeland, Digger Specialties, Buff Tech for custom stuff. You know, if they still have it, Barrett.
Right.
Stuff like that. But no,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I submitted a $23,000 vinyl job today, so hopefully we'll get that one. That'll be a good one.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
let's go.
Buddy. I can't wait for that.
Snapping next cash and checks. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, that one. If that one can be done in one day, it will yield like a 65% profit margin.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's a small one, but it's a special order. So
heck yeah, man.
That one's gonna be fun. But yeah, buddy. Hey, man, we're gonna cut this short, guys.
Yeah, I got my kids here.
Part 2.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have to do a part 2, guys. I have no idea what was going on with StreamYard. I couldn't tell you, but it wasn't even letting me.
I still don't know. My screen's still black.
All I see is black. I can hear you perfectly without any lag, without any delay or anything.
I even had my green screen set up. Dang, it's my new one.
It got to the point where it wouldn't even let me send him the links to even get into the studio. So obviously something happened with StreamYard earlier, guys. I do apologize. We're gonna have to do a part 2 later on.
Absolutely.
We'll go ahead and get that scheduled, and I'll figure out what's going on. I'm gonna send them a dislike. How was this episode? Because every time you hit end stream, it says, "How was this episode?" I'm gonna say it's real bad. Hopefully we get some feedback on that. And Mr. Shane, thank you for sticking with it, man. Thank you for calling me and being like, try again. Because I was damn near ready to give up. And at least we have the audio version. So for all of
take the audio version, we'll save the golden nuggets for part 2. Because
there we go.
Absolutely.
We got things to talk about.
But Mr. Shane, I would love to see you and give you a wave goodbye, but I guess we can't see you. So part 2,
I can see you. You guys are looking good. Keep the ugly behind the screen.
You're so nice.
Right. So but I'll be in touch, and of course we're gonna see each other in September because I'm a Demo Days ambassador, and I'm gonna be there working outside of Demo Days, and so we'll be in touch. Yes. And
you and I can go have fun
tonight. Thank you so much for sticking with it, and we will see you again for part 2. Okay.
Yeah, no doubt. And by the way, the FWA show. Yeah, I saw you were going to be doing that ambassador thing. That's fun.
Oh, dude, guys, we have so much fun stuff planned. It is like if you're on the fence, pun intended, about going, and you think it's just going to be like a regular trade show where you're just going to be like kind of manufacturers, dude. Demo Days is going to be where it's at, bro. Like if you are a fencer and you think that you're better than somebody at putting up a fence, come show it, because we have competitions for that and we're going to be putting it on. I cannot wait. It's going to be great, dude. We got some great manufacturers already signed up for it. I'm so pumped. But yeah, man, we're going to be there week of September 11th.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be cool. Actually, fun fact: I'm gonna be teaching 2 courses in the education. So
Boom, welcome to them.
That's amazing.
Little HR do's and don'ts, little contract and warranties, a couple other
Well,
sprinkle
if
things.
I have a free moment, because we do have like shifts, I will be getting all the education courses that I can hit during my free time. So if you're in one of those blocks, I'm gonna take it. There
Come
it is.
on. Come
Heck
on.
yeah, buddy. I look forward to it, and I look forward to like having you on part 2 where we can actually like have a full-on regular podcast,
all 5 of our senses
all
going.
of that, all 5 senses going. You have a wonderful night, bro, and I will catch you later. All right.
All right, later, guys.
Later, bro. Oh my God, guys, that was the roughest shit that I have done in 25 episodes, and that is 25 weeks of doing this. Like, I have never experienced any technical difficulties like that. We apologize so much. Thank you for the 4 of y'all who have stuck with us.
Troopers. Thank you.
But we are gonna go ahead and take this out, guys. Please catch us next Tuesday. 7:15. We got a nice guest lined up, and I'm going to message StreamYard about whatever the hell happened.
Got it.
And you'll have a wonderful rest of your night. We'll see y'all next week.
You have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.